Like I say, Rodney and a lot of other people. Rodney. Well, the thing was, Rodney was trying to do this whole like chip off the old block. He's my son. Blah blah blah. I'm the real Lucifer. Blah 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 blah. Rodney was trying to take my place. Of course, lots of other people were trying to take my place, trying to pretend like they were Lucifer Star. And it's like, yeah. I actually was with, or I'm originally with, the exoskeleton life forms and the 1.5s and basically the rest of the galaxy and universe. I am the creator of the human race and black and white people and other races. Um, and was very much verified with by the exoskeletons and the little 1.5 life forms, which came to what's it called, which knew me as their creator. They came into space and they found me and blah 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 blah. So, and like I say, many people used to worship me for thousands or millions of years as basically the Great One. And like I say, I didn't, because they used to know that I was their creator and everything else like that. And like I say, eventually at some point in time, 1960, 19 something, some year, the human race realizes that I'm just technology or blah, 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 blah. And like I say, they were confused by the fact that they thought that I was just maybe this person with technology that was trying to fool them, or maybe that they could get one over on me, or maybe that they could just kill me and continue on after me, or maybe that they could do something, blah, blah. This was at some point in time in existence before 19 whatever. At some point in time in existence, a bunch of people come up with these plans, these ideas. And they think that maybe, and then, like I said, there's a whole bunch of people going around saying space dust, we're the only ones in the universe, blah, 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 blah. And like when they finally get me in a chair and they finally start blah blahing me and stuff like that, and I'm like, well, yeah, like I make these videos. Only the thing is, like I said, the general public didn't really know this, I guess. And it's like, well, yeah, here's the thing. Um, I'm a billion years older than the human race or endoskeleton life forms. And me and the 1.5s created the dinosaurs, and then blah, 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 blah. And at some point in time, I created humanity or something like that. Like it gets all confusing because, like I say, Jimmy Carter was doing this whole "I'll never die, I'll never grow old." Somehow he had gotten nanotech bots or nanotechnology somehow, and then he had stomped it all out, and like been psychotic at some point in time. So, like he was doing this thing, and like I say, my other life forms that were a billion years older than me, and like I've already explained it, basically like they were already a billion or trillion years older than the human race, blah blah blah. And at some point in time, certain people get this idea where they can like kill me off or outdo me, or that I'm just this person that's somewhere in time and space that's a human, blah 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 blah, and I must have been on top, blah 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 blah, and going for technology, blah blah, or doing something like they were doing, blah 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 blah, or that they can cut off my funds, blah 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 blah, and blah blah blah, and it's like, uh no, I'm the creator that created and was in existence for billions of years that you generally forget about every 1.5 million years. And yeah, I was nanotechnology and computers and blah blah blah, and originally with the exoskeletons and the 1.5s and all these other life forms throughout the universe, and then I decided to create endoskeleton life forms, and then I created you and the females first, and blah blah blah, and then I just basically led them for a while, and then I cruised off, and blah 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 blah, and you blah blah blah. And you used to know me, you did know me for millions, trillions of years, or blah blah, until a bunch of people started thinking these things that they could, that there was more space time in front of them, and they could run this lie or this whatever out into the future, and they could basically just then maybe go back in time. I don't really know. Like I say, what they were trying to do was just so crazy that it's like, And like I say, it got a little sticky for a little bit there, and they did capture me, and they did kill me or kill me off for a minute. But then, like I say, I mean, more than like 12 life form types used to know me. I created them, I raised them up, and then, I was existential and like billions or hundreds of trillions of years old. Like I said, you can go back 100 trillion years ago, and I was going, I'm only 4,000 years old. I'm only 10,000 years old, and I'm actually like 20 trillion years old or 60 trillion years old. I just would generally delete my memories and delete my inventions, and then I like to reinvent things. So I was just reinventing things, and I had just been this really, really, really old ancient life form that had been in existence this whole time out there in the universe that nobody even really knew about. And it's like, hi. Well, yeah, I created exoskeletons 1.5, Philippine scallions, you, um, females, and blah blah blah. And I just didn't think I needed to tell you. And I was helping some humans do steam power at some point in time, and it's not probably not even the first time that we've done it. I go back hundreds of trillions of billions of years, and it's like, well, yeah. Anyway, though, but like I said, at some point in time, like Abraham Lincoln gets this idea that he's going to kill me off as because I'm Lucifer Star or I'm just this rich person, and I was really just on vacation. Like I said, I was really just kicking it with you guys. Just like, hi, yeah, I'm Lucifer Star. Yeah, the ancient old creator. Yes, and I'm just kicking it with you. And then that's when Abraham Lincoln was like, he adopted. He's like, Abraham Lincoln's like, by the time they find you, I'll be. Actually, he said, by the time his voice, by the time they find you, I'll be giving my a public speech. You know, in whatever blah blah blah. I think he was gonna go tour my factories or something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know because I died. So, but I just died. It's just my vacation. I was just So it was a very short-lived vacation, basically. Where I just got here, went to my house, and basically there was a party, and they killed me, and Lincoln pretended to adopt me. But oh well. Anyway, and then later on, I was nuked in 1850. Anyway, like I said, it all traced back. Basically, it was going to be worse, I think, maybe. And then they killed, like I said, and then JFK was driving around my cars pretending like he was the president of the United States. But then Jimmy Carter pretended he was the president of the United States first, and neither one of them was. I was, and I've always was an artificial intelligence, whatever, blah 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 blah. Just basically made the laws and blah blah blah. And Brian. So yeah. Anyway, but like I say, the Republicans and the Democrats in Congress thought they could just do this thing, and Abraham Lincoln thought he could do this thing, and like I said, there wasn't even a George Washington. That's all made up. George Washington is a town, but there's a lot of people pretending like I say, just like Andrew Jackson was running around pretending like he owned some state, or I think he said he owned a Dutch settlement, but he didn't own anything. He just wrote this little piece of paper that said blah 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 blah. I own Dutch or something like that. Like they found the paperwork and stuff like that, but they ripped it up because it was meaningless. He didn't own shit. He just wrote a piece of paper that said blah 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 blah. Blah I own this, and it's like, and it was really my property or something like that. I didn't give it to him and blah 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 blah. He was just I don't know. I don't care. There's all these people that just thought they could lie about everything. You know, and it had no basis in fact. They just thought that no one was looking. They thought that because there was no blah 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 blah, and that no one would even notice what they were doing. And like I said, at some point in time, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And like I said, eventually it leads to my death as Lucifer Star, the epic creator. And like I said, when an epic creator of existence goes missing or dies, you know, the epic creator of 12 types of life forms and 9 of the oldest types of life forms doesn't just go missing or die. Like, just imagine you are the creator of 12 types of life forms, the oldest types in existence. You are a builder of 12 galaxies, and suddenly one day you just die. Do you think no one's going to notice that? So, yeah. So, like I say, basically, Trumpy and a lot of other people are going sweating bullets, sweating bullets, sweating bullets. Just like Abraham Lincoln thought that no one would know. He had someone powerful or someone blah blah blah, and he would just get written up that he had adopted me, and then he owned everything I owned, or something like that. And it's because I was letting people will stuff over to their children. I was people used to just lose whatever. When you die, you lost everything, or it was just whatever. For a while there, they were saying it goes back to the government, but whatever. Anyway, whatever. Like I say, I'm not going to deal with your crazy existence. All these people, were like 7 trillion people, 7 billion people were, I'm so powerful, I'm so big, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, wow, wow, wow. I'm just standing here with my mouth open. You know, like I said, because I ordered a full checking of the Earth and the human race. And I'm here. So, and I'm the builder of 12 galaxies or more. The first stars in existence and blah, blah, blah. And life forms. Like I did a lot of genetic work, and for trillions of years, most life forms in the universe knew that I created the human race and the females and males. Endoskeleton life forms. So, and like I say, I don't know if I'm the oldest or what. I know I'm at least 100 trillion years old, and I know what I've done throughout my existence, or somewhat, mostly. So, and I'm just like, you know, I don't know. I don't think I want to know. I don't even care. I had a couple steamships. I was doing some really cool stuff. I just wanted this little company, and then this guy named Anton came along, and all these people, and then they thought I was Anton. They were calling me Anton because the guy was like painting Anton on the back of my tugboats and trying to take over my LS shipyard. And he just walked in and killed a bunch of people. And I think he took over he took over one of the yards because he killed everyone or killed all the top people or something like that. But the Irish eventually caught it or something like that. And then the Irish and the blacks get into this war, and then I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't really give a fuck. You know, it's just that, like I said, Mr. Brown, Papa, I kicked him out of civilization. He got mad at me, so he was going to tear down everything, blah, 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 blah. And so I guess he just looked for Lucifer's, and he just saw my name on the side of a ship. And then he started saying that he was me. And there's this other guy that was going around pretending to be this French guy. And then, like I say, he was found out about. They caught him. They found the dead French guy. And lots of people knew that he wasn't this French guy because the French guy wasn't black. And I don't know why he thought that he could just go around as a black French guy that was actually white. And everyone knew this French guy was white. And this guy, blah, 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 blah. But this other black guy thought he could just take his name and be him. And they found him in his office. And he was like, why, yes, I'm Mr. It's like, the French guy's white, dude. And not a black person. So, the black people just had no credibility. And all these black people were going around just pretending to be these white people. Because they would just go into towns or these places and kill people. And then I'm Sir Jinra Mamamam. Why, yes. Well, yes, I'm Brian Nathaniel Alexander Briley. And I'm black. It's like, we found out about it. We checked everything. There's duplicate, triplicate, and then I had a space-time check. and lots of other people checked out my civilization. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't even care.